Shirik shirik yenten Shiyin rikbi yenten
Dajin lok tu tulu Meta maybe norbu Shirik yenten ino Dajin lok tu tulu Meta maybe norbu Shirik yenten
Kuzuzangpola to all the listeners across the country. I am Nobuzam from Kurutang Middle Secondary School. This radio program is to reach to all the children across the nation. The lesson for today is for Class 2, Mathematics on the topic Subtraction. I hope you all have your self-instructional material and your pencil ready. Before we start our lesson, can you tell me what is subtraction? Think over it. Okay, subtraction shows the takeaway from a total number. The number left after subtraction is called the difference. D-I-F-F-E-R-E-N-C-E, difference. You have learned how to take away numbers in class 1, right? So, let us start with activity 1. Let's read the instruction for activity 1. It says, find the difference for each using the base 10 blocks. Now, you have learned how to use base 10 blocks in class 1 and also in the previous lessons, right? So, for this activity, we are going to use base 10 blocks to subtract. To help you understand better, there is an example given below the instruction. Let us look at it first. The subtraction problem given in the example is 14 minus 11. To find the difference, we have to draw base 10 block models. First, we represent 14 using the blocks. 14 is 1 10 and 4 ones. So, we draw 1 tens block and 4 ones blocks. Then we represent the second number, that is 11. 11 is 1 10 and 1 1. So we draw 1 tens block and 1 ones block. Now we take away 11 from 14. When we take away 1 10 and 1 1, what are we left with? We are left with only 3 ones. And that is the difference. So, 14 minus 11 is 3. Now that we have looked at the example, can you try to find the difference for the next 2 subtraction problems? Question 1 for activity 1 is 10 minus 5. Question 2 for activity 1 is 20 minus 11. Remember, first represent the numbers using base 10 block models. Then take away the second number from the first number. You can look at the example again if you need help. Now let us move on to activity number 2. Activity 2 has 2 questions. So, let us read the instruction for the first set of questions for activity 2. It says, find the difference for the following using place value chart. Do you remember the lesson on adding using place value chart? The use of place value chart is the same. But here, we have to take away instead of putting together. If you can't remember, don't worry. There is an example given below to help you with this activity. Now that we have looked at the example, the subtraction problem given in the example is 34 minus 22. To find the difference, first we draw the place value chart and place the numbers correctly in the chart. The first number is 34. That is 3 tens and 4 ones. Remember, we place the ones first, so we write 4 in the ones place and then 3 in the tens place. Now, the second number is 22. 22 is 2 tens and 2 ones. So, we place the first 2 in the ones place and the 2 on the left in the tens place. Then we subtract. Remember, always start at the ones place. 4 ones minus 2 ones. We take away 2 from 4, so we are left with only 2 ones. Now let's look at the tens. 3 tens minus 2 tens. Take away 2 from 3, so we are left with only 1 10. So the difference of these two numbers is 1 10 and 2 ones. That is 12. Now that we have looked at the example, can you try the two subtraction problems given below? The first one is 79 minus 68. The second one is 57 minus 55. To help you, the place value charts have already been drawn and the numbers have already been placed correctly. All you have to do is subtract the numbers. If you need help, look at the above example. Now that we have looked at the first question of activity 2, let us move on to the second question. Let's read the instruction carefully first. The instruction says, find the difference for the following subtraction which requires regrouping using a place value chart. So here we have to use a place value chart to subtract, but also we have to regroup numbers. The subtraction problem in the example is 62 minus 38. To find the difference, we first draw the place value chart and place the numbers in the chart. For 62, we put 2 in the ones place and 6 in the tens place. Then, for 38, we put 8 in the ones place and 3 in the tens place. Now let's subtract the numbers in the ones column first. We have to take away 8 ones from 2 ones. Can we do that? No, right? We cannot subtract greater number from a smaller number. And 2 is less than 8, right? So what do? We need to borrow 1 10 from 6 tens. That is, we need to regroup 1 10 to 10 ones. We already have 2 ones in the ones column, right? And when we regroup 1 tens, we get a total of 12 ones. Now we can take away 8 ones. When we take away 8 ones from 12 ones, we are left with only 4 ones. Now let us move to the tens column. We had 6 tens earlier, right? But remember, we regrouped 1 10. Now we only have 5 tens there. And from 5 tens, we have to take away 3 tens. So we are left with 2 tens. Now, the difference of 62 minus 38 is 2 tens and 4 ones. That is 24. Now that we have looked at the example, can you try to subtract the following numbers? The first question is 71 minus 29. And the second question is 60 minus 25. To make it easier for you, the place value charts have been drawn and the numbers have also been placed in the correct order. All you have to do is regroup and subtract correctly. You can look at the example whenever you need help. To check your answers for the questions of the 2 activities, please refer the answers given at the end of this lesson. Just turn the page upside down to see the answers. So children, in today's lesson, we have learned to subtract using base 10 block models and place value charts. We have also learned to regroup numbers and subtract. And that brings us to the end of the lesson. We'll continue in the next lesson. Till then, stay safe, stay clean, and keep washing your hands. Goodbye.
Sherik 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 yenten Sheyin rikbi yenten
Dajin lop tu tulu Beta me be norbu Chiri genten ino Dajin lop tu tulu